What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning back in today. Today we're going to be talking about the CB setup that I run on my 2008 Jeep Grand Cherokee. So there's not really a whole lot of options to go with on a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and there's probably even fewer now that JBA has stopped making their mounts. So I think it's kind of important to go over my setup, and then maybe we can find a solution to another setup, or maybe we ourselves as Notrailrated can come up with a setup that would be beneficial for you guys to buy. Because the setup that I went with JBA, it's okay, but there's definitely has to be a better option, because you'll kind of see here that it didn't really work out as good as I thought it would. So this is their mount. The rust is courtesy of me and Michigan Winters, but the issue I ran into with their mount was it basically just didn't fit anywhere. There was no good way to make it fit. It's supposed to be right here, but it just doesn't fit anyways. The screws they provided with, this panel is flat, but obviously this section of the Jeep has lots of different curves in it. It has, like, you can see it kind of has like an edge here. It's got two pieces of metal that are stamped together. So they give you 4 bolt holes, but there's space behind this one. There's space behind this one. There's a lot of, you can put my whole finger behind that one. So the mount just didn't really line up. It didn't line up with my door either. As you can see up there, there's kind of a spot where like the rust has been transferring onto it. It just, it was too thick for the space between my door and the side of the Jeep here. The mount didn't want to, it was just like rubbing on the door. Lots and lots of issues with the mount. I definitely should have went a different route, but it looked like it was gonna fit, you know, like when I bought it, when I was installing it. I figured 2 bolts would be plenty. I only have a short antenna. You can see it just barely goes up above my door. It's maybe like a 3-foot antenna. So I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't weigh a whole lot, and so the 2 bolts would do plenty of the work that it needed to. But this is the setup that I have. I definitely need to upgrade and change it because it doesn't work. So let's kind of get into the rest of it attaching to the CB. So you can see here, I have the cord just kind of like wrapped through here. I've had the cord for so long that it is pretty stiff. So I kind of just like roped it underneath here, and then it slides up over the weather stripping here. Again, I've been running this CB setup for maybe 2 years now. So I haven't really had any major issues with it besides the mount being absolute garbage. But I have some high quality wire. I have high quality connections. And so what I did with the wire was, obviously it's routed through here, and then it kind of just goes back under there through that plastic panel. And then that comes out down here. You can see to the bottom of the seat. And then what I did was I just attached my CB mount to the back of the heater slash the center console here. And so I did this for quite a few reasons. Number one, I didn't really want the CB up next to me. I only use it when I'm off-roading, so there was no point in it being kind of in the way or just like in the cramped space of, you know, where you sit and drive every day. And so that was one. The second was I didn't really want to keep finding like where to put this wire. And like I said, I knew I wasn't going to be using it every day, so I just kind of don't want to keep it, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So by putting it back here, it actually works really well, because whenever I'm off-roading and I need it, I don't have a super long cord. So I just kind of like set it over the edge here, and it kind of just sits on my lap for the most part. And then I always have easy access to it. For the power, I don't have an outlet in the back here, but I guess if I made this cord longer, I could plug it into the trunk outlet that we have. But I would just like a normal plug, I would just plug it in up there when I was using it, and I would kind of just snake the cord through the side so it's out of the way. But I'm definitely interested to see where other people put their CB mounts, because there's really not a whole lot of room in here that keeps it out of the way. This was the best spot I could think of to keep it out of the way out of my sight and still within easy reaching access. As you can see, I have my fire extinguisher back here because you never know. I've almost used it before on the trails for someone else, so it's definitely a good thing to keep with you as well. But that is my CB setup. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.